So, you may be accustomed to seeing Pokemon on this channel. However, this game is Squish Machine and it releases on the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 on the 10th of October 2025. First, let me give you a quick rundown. It's a 2D platformer with a lot of action. It was developed by Penguin Prop Games and it features 120 deceptively simple bite-sized levels at launch to progress through. 28 cute characters to unlock, some of which you may recognize, like Santa Claus, the King, and this one looks like Freddy Krueger, I think. It has vibrant, fun visuals, upbeat sound design, quirky humor, and there's different modes. So there's a normal mode, which I got through over 30 levels, not with ease. It was kind of challenging all the way along, and they have these little tidbits in between that guide you and give you tutorials or just indications of what to expect when something new comes up. There's also a time trial mode. Now I haven't made it through the 120 levels, so I'm not sure if there's a reward at the end or if they record your time and then you can go back and beat it again. However, I didn't make it very far before failing the time trial. The currency in the game is totally free to obtain. You get at least 30 coins for completing each level. At least for the levels that I completed, that's how much I gained. And there's also coins within the level that you can use to add towards that total bank that you have. Immediately when starting off the game, it felt similar to something like Flappy Birds that we used to play long ago. It starts off pretty simple, but then it gets increasingly challenging, with different things in the game determined to take you out, like flames, fireballs, some quirky birds, some monsters. Yes, monsters, all while maintaining a friendly environment and being kinda cool for kids to play as well. Squish Machine is a platform game where you have to make your way through the single screen level before the machine gets to you. The machine being the top and the bottom teeth, or it looks like teeth, that is aiming to trap you or squish you. You have to dodge enemies, evade tricky traps, and solve simple puzzles to stop the machine before you are squished to oblivion. So, how it works, I call these things the big red button. Now, there are multiple buttons, and one is green and one is red, so they're not all the big red buttons. Maybe, I guess, the big green and red buttons, and sometimes you have to press them in succession, red first, then green. Sometimes you may not even think that you have to go green first and then red before finding out that it's the other way around. Yes, sometimes the obvious choice is not the obvious choice. I see this as one of those games that you play while waiting for friends to grab a snack, or a cool game to give your kids to play that won't send them up the walls, kinda is good for their brain in terms of puzzle solving, and overall a good game that you can sink some good hours into. I played the game for about an hour and only got to level 30 something, like 31 or 32, and it was pretty good. All around, it's a good game. It's coming out for the Nintendo Switch 1 and Nintendo Switch 2, but I do believe that you can get it on other platforms as well, be it the PlayStation 4, Xbox, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and Series X. The game is currently in the Nintendo eShop at $6 US, and I think for $6 US, there's a lot packed into this little game, and it's going to hold you off for quite some time. As it's unique while still holding some similar traits to games you've played before, it poses just enough challenge, and it's safe to play for all ages. I hope you guys pick up this game. It's your boy Firefox. Until next time, peace out.